Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. The future is approaching. After the monumental events of Elbaf, the world of One Piece is set to witness the unexpected. A new time skip driven by the wisdom of a legendary member of Roger's crew. The emergence of new powers among the Straw Hat Pirates follows. The suggestion that the story is on the verge of entering a new time skip after the Elbaf arc, especially with the intriguing possibility of Scopper Gaban's presence in the land of the giants, introduces an electrifying twist to the Straw Hats' journey. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. This idea strongly echoes the prelude to the previous time skip, when defeat and despair pushed Luffy towards Silver's Rayleigh at Sabaody, a mentor who would guide him through a crucial period of growth. The island of Elbaf, the kingdom of the giants, has been spoken of with reverence and anticipation since the earliest days of the saga. For Usopp in particular, it represents the pinnacle of his journey as a brave warrior of the sea, a destiny he passionately seeks by emulating the courageous giant warriors he admires, such as Dory and Brogy. The promise of Elbaf goes beyond a spectacular new setting, with Viking-inspired culture, imposing landscapes, and colossal inhabitants. It is a promise of profound revelations, ancient history, and most importantly, a catalyst for the maturation of specific members of the crew. Elbaf is, by design, a place of mythical proportions. Repeatedly mentioned by characters such as Hadruden and Usopp, it is portrayed as a kingdom of honor, strength, and unshakable tradition. The giants, with their long lifespans and deep attachment to history, serve as guardians of knowledge that may prove vital in unraveling the mysteries of the Void Century and the true nature of the world. Their society, founded on rituals and a strict moral code, stands in contrast to the chaos typically brought by Luffy and his crew. Yet it is precisely this contrast that may offer the most valuable lessons. Arrival in Elbaf would not simply mark another stop on the Grand Line, it would function as a gateway to a new phase of the narrative, a turning point in which the Straw Hats, already notorious and immensely powerful after the events of Wano and Luffy's rise to Yonkou status, face challenges that demand more than brute strength. These challenges would require wisdom, resilience, and a deeper understanding of the world they inhabit. The parallel with Sabaody and Rayleigh stands as the most compelling argument for a future time skip. After Marineford, Luffy had lost his brother Ace, witnessed the collapse of his dreams, and confronted the fragility of his own strength against the might of the world government. He was broken, but more importantly, driven by an overwhelming desire to grow stronger. Rayleigh, the Dark King, did more than provide physical training. He laid the foundation for Haki Mastery, a power Luffy had barely begun to grasp at the time. The 2-year time skip was not merely a pause in the story, but a period of transformation. Luffy and his crew emerged stronger, more mature, more united, and more focused on their ultimate goal. Now, the Straw Hats stand on a level of power reached by very few. Luffy is a Yonkou, an emperor of the sea, bearing a billion-level bounty and wielding the awakened form of his devil fruit, the Hito no Mi model Nika. Zoro has mastered Conqueror's Haki and elevated his 3-sword style to extraordinary heights. Sanji has awakened his Germa-enhanced body, becoming nearly invulnerable. Nami commands Zeus. Usopp continues refining his skills and gadgets. Chopper has developed new Rumble Ball forms. Robin has enhanced both her combat style and her ability to read poneglyphs. Frankie built the Thousand Sunny and became a master naval engineer. Brook rose as a rock star and spectral swordsman. Jinbe, the Knight of the Sea, remains a dominant force in underwater combat. This is an elite crew, yet the final enemies Imusama, the Gorosei, the Holy Knights, and the looming threat of Blackbeard and his army of devil fruit users operate on a scale that surpasses anything encountered so far. Scopper Gaban would represent an invaluable opportunity. Like Rayleigh, Gaban was a central figure in Gold D. Rogers' crew, the man who reached the end of the Grand Line and learned the truth of the world. While Rayleigh served as vice captain and Haki master, Gaban stood as the 3rd strongest member, a formidable warrior, likely proficient in all forms of combat and unquestionably skilled in Haki. His presence in Elbaf would not be coincidental. Giants value strength and tradition, and the culture of Roger's pirates, defined by freedom and the ability to overcome adversity, would naturally resonate with them. Gaban may have found refuge or purpose in Elbaf, living quietly while observing a changing world. The arrival of the Straw Hats in Elbaf, especially with a Yonkou like Luffy among them, would inevitably draw Gaban's attention. In Luffy, he would see not only the heir to Roger's will, but a young pirate steadily approaching the same truths his own crew uncovered decades earlier. At this point, the necessity of a new time skip becomes tangible. Despite the overwhelming power of Nika, Luffy still lacks refined control over it. His abilities are used instinctively and explosively, yet there remains significant room for mastery and deeper understanding. Gaban, having witnessed Roger at his peak, and possessing knowledge of the Void Century could offer Luffy advanced Haki training, as well as insight into the truth Roger's crew discovered. In doing so, he could shape Luffy not only into a more complete warrior, but into the leader destined to unite the world against the world government. But it would not be only Luffy who would benefit. The crew as a whole would stand to gain enormously. For Usopp, this would be his arc, his promised land. Gaban, a seasoned warrior from Roger's crew, could become the paternal or mentor-like figure Usopp needs to finally embrace his destiny as a brave warrior of the sea. He could train Usopp in tactics, battlefield awareness, advanced observation haki, and in the use of intelligence and courage, even when facing overwhelming odds. A time skip for Usopp and Elbaf would be transformative, elevating his sniping skills to a level comparable with the elite marksman of the New World. What Usopp needs is not merely the strength of a sniper, but the presence of a complete warrior, someone capable of inspiring and leading, much like the giants themselves. For Robin, her role as the key to the poneglyphs, and therefore to the history of the Void Century, places her at the center of the endgame. If Gaban possesses knowledge of Laugh Tale and the secrets hidden there, he may hold crucial information that Robin needs to connect the remaining pieces. A time skip in Elbaf with access to Gaban could become a period of intense research and revelation for her, deepening her understanding of ancient history and the ancient weapons, and preparing her for the most critical translations yet to come. As for Frankie, the Thousand Sunny is both the crew's home and their fortress. As shipwright and engineer, Frankie's ability to maintain and upgrade the Sunny will be vital in the final war. Gaban, as a former member of Roger's crew, lived aboard the Oro Jackson, a ship that sailed the most dangerous seas and reached the very end of the journey. He could provide invaluable insight into naval engineering from past eras or into methods of reinforcing the Sunny to withstand even godlike attacks. A time skip for Frankie could result in the development of new weapons or defensive systems, turning the Sunny into a truly invulnerable vessel. Finally, Zoro and Sanji, despite already being extraordinarily powerful, will be pushed beyond their limits by the final war. Gaban, as one of the strongest members of Roger's crew, could offer a unique perspective on the true nature of power. He might assist them in further refining armament and observation haki, or in understanding how to fight in perfect coordination during large-scale battles. A time skip for them would represent the final refinement of their techniques and the elimination of any remaining weaknesses. The world of One Piece is in turmoil. The fall of two Yonkou Kaido and Big Mom. The rise of Luffy and Buggy as new emperors. The revelation of Imusama upon the empty throne. The existence of the Holy Knights. The formation of Cross Guild and the escalation of Blackbeard's activities all point toward a rapid and inevitable convergence into a war of epic proportions. The Straw Hats stand at the center of this storm, yet they are not fully prepared for the final confrontation. The previous time skip was driven by the need to survive in the new world. This post-Elbaf time skip would be driven by the need to win, to overthrow the world government, and uncover the truths of the Void Century. The stakes are far higher now. This is no longer about survival, but about changing the world itself. A battle against Imusama and the Gorosei would not resemble a conflict with ordinary pirates or even admirals. It would be a clash against an ancient power one wielding ancient weapons, an elite force, such as the Holy Knights, and the ability to manipulate history and reality itself. The Straw Hats will require a level of strength, knowledge, and resilience they do not yet possess. A time skip provides the necessary pause to acquire these qualities. Moreover, this time skip would not be solely about individual growth. It would be a period for consolidating alliances, as the final war will demand a global coalition. Dragon's Revolutionary Army, Luffy's allied pirates through the Grand Fleet, friendly nations such as Wano and Alabasta, and even former enemies or unexpected figures would need to unite. A time skip could serve as the phase in which these alliances are forged and organized. It would also be a time for processing information. Elbaf, combined with Gaban's knowledge and the possible discovery of a road poneglyph or critical information regarding the poneglyphs, would unleash a flood of revelations. The crew would need time to absorb this knowledge, chart routes, understand history, and plan their strategic moves toward Laugh Tale and the ancient weapons. Psychological preparation is equally essential. The final war will be brutal and unforgiving. The Straw Hats, especially Luffy, must be mentally prepared to face unimaginable horrors and make devastating sacrifices. A period of training and reflection in a place like Elbaf, guided by Gaban's wisdom, could harden their resolve. Finally, there's the awakening of the crew itself. Many members still possess untapped potential. A time skip could allow Nami to gain greater control over Zeus, or even awaken powers of her own chopper to evolve beyond Monster Point, and Brook to deepen his soul-based abilities. Such a period would provide the opportunity for every member to reach their maximum potential, not just Luffy. The transition from Elbaf into a time skip would make both narrative and thematic sense. Elbaf is the land of strength, honor, and tradition. The place where Usopp can finally become the warrior he has always dreamed of being. After achieving this personal milestone and possibly confronting an enemy that exposes new weaknesses, the crew could withdraw much like they once did at Amazon Lily and Rusukaina to undergo a focused period of refinement and preparation for the final stage of their journey. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.